I heard really good things about the workshop before I went, so I was excited to go. But nothing prepared me for how fantastic it was. Hello, my name is Sharif, and I work in the government sector. I recently attended a 5-day workshop with BP Group, and the workshop was really a lot of fun. It was one that was very dynamic and very informative. I think you didn't realize how much you were learning until you actually were putting it into practice. And what was fun about the workshop was the examples and the case studies. And what really was fantastic about it was that we were working on real case studies, and we were able to see as a group, breaking up into teams, putting the principles that we were learning into practice, and be able to see where our solutions, how all the different teams came up with different solutions, and then what actually happened in the end. So I think it was really nice because it's one thing when you learn something in theory versus when you see real world examples of how this has been applied. What I really liked was the introduction of this idea of the outside-in companies, and giving modern day examples of companies that are like that, and how they've succeeded, and how we've come to really unconsciously use them as the example of the standard of what we expect all other companies to to strive for. So it's really very interesting to learn about the difference between an outside-in company and an inside-out company, and then a very important concept which was introduced, which was the moments of truth. I really, I heard really good things about the workshop before I went, so I was excited to go. But nothing prepared me for how fantastic it was. Time flew by, and I think it's something where, regardless of the sector that you're in, or even if you're in the space of process improvement or consumer enhancement, consumer experience, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, at some point we're always, either we're a provider of services or we're on the receiving end of a service. So it really begins to it helps you orient your mind into how to look at it differently, and how the shortcomings and mistakes are related to companies that follow the old methodology or the old outlook, which is the inside-out approach, and how companies that we look to admire actually use and have developed and spearheaded this new line of outside-in approach when it comes to the consumer experience. So I definitely recommend the workshop. I think it was fantastic. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to attending another one soon, because I think it's a fantastic topic. There's so much to learn, and companies are constantly, new companies are coming, and there's new technology. So I feel like with every lesson, it'll always be different, because there are new case studies, so there are new scenarios and all that. So I'm very excited, and I would highly recommend it for anyone. Even I think on a personal level, as an individual, you can relate to how you interact with people if you have an inside-out approach or an outside-in approach. So it's a lot of fun, and I definitely think it's worth the time and the investment. So yeah, thank you again.